So here's my argument on why I feel ZESCO has been sleeping on the job. Right now we're in a situation where on an official records, power is going for 16 to 18 hours, sometimes even 20 hours. We don't have power, right? This is a situation that has escalated slowly. We started with officially 8 hours, and from the looks of things right now, the load shedding hours have been increasing by 4 hours each and every month. So imagine if we get to October, how bad things would be. We are going to get into a situation where we're not going to be having power for like 3 days or 2 days or things like that, right? Just for them to manage their power. And I have to admit that we've gotten in this situation because of nature. Really, we can't control a drought and things like that, right? So it ends up leaving ZESCO with a situation where they don't have enough water to be able to run their turbines to generate power for the whole nation. Someone could look at that and think, yes, they have no control, so why should we blame them? Unfortunately, ZESCO has known about this challenge of water for 10 plus years. Listen, in President Michael Sata's reign, we had load shedding as well. It came during that time. And we had 2 hours of load shedding for 3 days a week. I don't know if you remember that. From there, we've had subsequent load shedding periods. Remember that in President Lungu's time, which was in 2020, we had 6 hours of load shedding. Remember that? And that was the record highest that we had. That was in 2020, 4 years ago. So what are we saying? From 4 years ago when we had 6 hours of load shedding, are you telling me that ZESCO didn't get a wake-up call to begin investing in alternative sources of power? They shouldn't have started looking at other alternatives on how they can improve their infrastructure? This is 2024 and we're facing load shedding. These guys have been sleeping on the job. And immediately, if you are a leader or a manager, immediately you find yourself in a reactive situation where a situation overcomes you and you begin to be in a reactive state instead of a proactive state. Just know that you failed. So what they are doing now, the ZESCO MD and this team trying to manage the situation, is reactive. They are reacting to the situation. They are not in control. They're not proactive. If they were proactive, they could have taken those moves to be able to improve the infrastructure as well as invest into other alternative sources way back. Now, I do not know the politics that are going on at ZESCO, but really to a layman, it looks to me that this can be done. You don't have to be in a reactive state like the way they are now. Unfortunately, that's where they are. And there's nothing that we can do about it. And there's nothing they can do about it. They have no answer to this particular situation. So what does this situation teach us? Situations like this are what expose incompetent leaders. This is what exposes laziness. If you've been lazy, a crisis like this will really wake you up and you're going to see that, okay, I've been relaxed and I've not been doing what I needed to do. So ZESCO have been sleeping on the job. They should have done what is needed way back. Another problem that I have with ZESCO is they don't respect time. Look, not every one of us in this country has got disregard for time, but these guys have got disregard for time. Sometimes even the same 16 to 18 hours that they've been allowed to do this load shedding of theirs, sometimes they would even, like, let's say if you've been given a timetable whereby power is supposed to go at 7 and come back maybe at 14, what these guys would do is that they will switch off power at 7 hours, then turn it on. Instead of it coming back at 14, it will come back probably around 15 or 16, then it will just stay for another 2 hours. By 18 hours it's gone and come back at 01. Maybe even not 01 itself, because 01 is the actual official time that they're supposed to bring it back. They might bring it back around 02 or 03. That's how they've been playing with time. Now, time is a non-renewable resource, so it has to be respected. And companies like ZESCO not respecting time like that really lowers my confidence. In my opinion, they've been sleeping on the job. I don't know what you think. If you've got any explanation as to why they've not made all these investments up to now, because they've been generating quite a good number of revenue, they could have done that. So I don't know. If you have got any insider knowledge to guide me on what is going on, please feel free to drop that in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you very much. God bless. Be great.